Hey everyone, what's up? It's me, your Bag Master Wolfers 9 here with another Gekishin Squadra update vid. So let's get into it. I'm looking forward to it. It is... Oh, I'm so excited. We are on the Season 3.3 patch notes. So we got our last major addition for the season, which is Caulifla. And I just want to get into it. So first, we got our overview. A lot of buffs for 5 characters, an adjustment for 1, and a battle system adjustment with no nerfs. So that's very interesting. We got a lot of nerfs last time, so seeing no nerfs this time, I don't know. I think it's fascinating. Okay, Android Team skill-free Excel Dash has been buffed. The condition for extending the reaction time, increasing the number of reactions, has changed from KO an enemy to KO an enemy within a set period of time after activating Excel Dash. So rather than having to kill with the skill, you can use it, kill the enemy, and then be able to use the skill again, which is really nice. I've been playing a lot of 18 myself, and so seeing a buff for her is nice. I don't think it's too overpowering or breaking, because personally I tend to use skill 2 and skill 1 a bit more. Skill 3 is good, it just takes a lot of build up to get really good. So I don't know, I like that buff. Goku's skill 3, the power pole dance. The damage has been increased from flat 85s to flat 200s, which is really nice. Always thought the skill felt a little weak. Damage reduction when consecutive hits lands adjusted. So rather than being 70, 80, and 90%, it's a flat 90%, which means that it's not going to be doing less damage each time. Movement speed reduction while attacking has been decreased. So at level 3, you're going to have no movement speed reduction, which is nice. Duration of the energy defense up and movement speed boost when hit by an energy wave attack adjusted. So rather than being flat 5s, it's 4.5, 5, and then 7. So better to increase. Duration of strike defense up. And movement speed boost effects when hit by a strike attack. 5.55 to 4.55 and 7. So this is telling me the vibes of this makes for a lot more of a better super start option. The Pansy Bomb and the Gloria Whitening were both really good options for super start. And while Power Pole Dance wasn't bad, I never saw it as a super soul start or super start. But I'm feeling like with these updates, these buffs, it definitely is a solid super start option. Super attack Swift Spark. Change the duration of immune to all self from activation start of dash to activation end of dash. Okay, so you're going to be immune to all for even longer, which is nice. Your consecutive damage is increased by 250 points, and the damage after the consecutive attack has been decreased. So it seems like more of a initial hit, and those with higher HP are going to be able to survive this more likely, but those who are low, this is more of a finishing move, if that makes sense. This buff is more to finish off opponents rather than break down opponents. Overall, you know, you're going up 250 and you're decreasing by 200, so you're still up 50, which is not bad at all. Dabura. I've been playing some Dabura as well. I like him as a bottom path. Skill 1 Doom's Ray. The cooldown has been decreased, which is really nice. I felt like it was pretty... No, I don't want to say speedy, but not slow. Like, you can use it fairly often. The guaranteed attack damage has increased. So we were looking at 810 with a cap of 1080. Skill level 1 has increased by 55 points. Skill level 2 is increased by 60 points. And skill level 3 is increased by 70 points. So some minor buffs, but that's still really nice. Restores base HP effect to self on guaranteed attacks added. Oh, so that's new. So it looks like you're going to be able to self-heal a bit, which is even better for bottom pathers. Super attack, evil blast. The time from the skill activation until the energy blast release has decreased from 0.83 seconds to 0.5 seconds. So there's a lot less of delay between using the skill and actually hitting with the skill, which is super nice. The distance fall off has decreased from 90% to 50%. So you can use it at farther away without having to worry about damage decrease. The petrification gauge has increased from 50 to 70, and the distance fall off on the petrification gauge has decreased. Okay, so what this is saying is that his ult got a supreme buff. You're gonna pop it, it's gonna proc factor faster, there's gonna be less fall off and petrification fall off, and it's going to do 70% petrification, which means that with some light combos, you should be able to stone most of your opponents right off the bat with using this. I feel like this is very much due for Deborah. His ult is not the greatest. Its AoE is pretty bad at level 1. At level 2, it's fine. Level 3, it's pretty solid AoE. The damage is super low. So it doesn't work well in a boss-centric meta, and we're still going to be in a boss-centric meta for a while. I think the entire game will forever be a boss-centric meta. The damage is low, so you're not going to have a lot of good boss killing opportunities with it. So then you need to be able to punish opponents more. And I think this definitely helps out with punishing opponents more, getting it off faster, and being able to stone people up faster. Super Saiyan Free Goku got some buffs after his nerfs. Finally, some adjustments. Let's see what's got him. His transformation to Super Saiyan Free. Damage boost on transformation of If I Won't Do It, Who Will, increase from 3 to 5%. So if you don't know, transformations do a little bit of damage. I believe it's 5% of max HP or 3% of max HP. I think it differs from person to person. Someone like Broly might do a bit more. So I think that's fascinating. The passive, If I Won't Do It, Who Will. Damage boost based on target total HP percentage. Excuse me. Difference with self increase. Whoa. The damage boost is based off the target's total HP percentage difference with self will increase. Okay, so if the opponent's max HP and their current HP, the difference between that. So when they're very close to max HP at 99 and 60, so the first trimester or the first third, he's going to do an additional 25%. The second third will be a 15%, and the first third is this. So he's got a lot more shredding opportunity, and it's going to be able to do a lot more damage to his opponents. Killing it, he's going to kill a lot faster. Instant transmission. Cooldown reduced when enemy heroes targeted. Cooldown reduction when enemy heroes targeted upon activation increase. Okay, so they're punishing you for targeting your opponents with instant transmission. Okay, I think this is fair for Goku. He's getting a lot more damage output, which is going to allow him to finish up games faster. But his cooldown to allow you to chase opponents is a bit worse. I still think he's a great character, and it will forever be one of the greatest characters until they nerf him to oblivion. But we're not at that point. Zamasu got some buffs. Initial value of regeneration gauge on battle smart increased from 0% to 50, so you're starting with some regen, which is super nice for the Zamasu players. The Heavenly Arrow skill stock has been increased, so you can use skill 1 twice before being fully drained. And regeneration gauge gained per hit has been decreased. So rather than each hit giving you 7.5 gauge, you're gonna get 6 gauge, so minus 1.5, which will build up in the long run, but by getting 2 skill stocks, I feel that's very fair. Skill 2 Divine Rush. The movement speed down to enemies hit dead center by the knife hand has been added. So if you get a good hit, not a side hit, but a good hit, you're gonna be able to apply movement speed down. So overall, I think it's fine. I think the buffs have been really good so far. I think everyone's fairly happy. I didn't think 18 needed a ton of buffs. I think that definitely feels in with more of her move set of not needing to kill with skill free. I think Goku's skill free buff is going to very much help, and his ability becoming a finisher is nice. I think Deborah getting better stoning potential is really good and getting some restore HP. I think Goku being able to shred opponents more, and Zamasu getting a lot more defensive. This is good. I don't think this is going to be anything meta changing because who we have currently is still really good. Bardock and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta are still very solid. Excuse me, Vegeto's very solid. So, Gohan's still very solid. Speaking of Vegeta, he got an adjustment. His passive Signing Fusion, the cooldown has been decreased from 10 to 5 seconds. Cooldown when skills or powered up attacks are hit has been decreased from 0.5. So, his passive has gotten faster. Skill 2 Flash Dodge has been decreased. Time until the movement starts up again is increased by a 0.05 seconds, and the movement speed has been adjusted for a flat 36. So his skill 2, the movement speed has been balanced out, which I think is fine, and the movement time start is fine, but overall I would put this into the buff territory. Divine Draws, Medical Respawn. Total HP to hero converted into the medical machine gauge decreased from 35% to 20%. Time until the respawn increased to 2.2 to 5 seconds, increased from 3 to 6. Percentage of hero respawn time converted into time until respawn increased. Percentage of hero respawn time converted into time until the medical machine disappears, increase. So it sounds like they're going to keep medical respawn on the field for a bit longer. It sounds like that. A little bit of balancing. I think it's supposed to punish out late game, but make it a little easier in the early game. Is what I'm kind of picking up from that. Star Collection. We just got Caulifla. So Bardock has been added to tier 1, while Gohan has been demoted to tier 2. We'll be continuing to update the hero unlocks as new heroes are added to the game, and we'll be able to increase the maximum cap of the Star Collection. And finally, a bug fix, Divine Draw Medical Respawn. Fixed an issue where medical machine could spawn near a wall, overlapping the hero and preventing them from moving. There's another resolved issue that is not in here, but I will say, when using Super Saiyan Bardock's Rebellion Smash, in rare cases the additional effect may not activate when the enemy is knocked into a wall, or activate even when the enemy has not been knocked into a wall. So it sounds like they have resolved that issue, fixing that problem with Bardock. Alright, so that was a lot of information. I always recommend you go and read it yourself on those patch notes, but it's great to see. Now, let's see what else we have got. I've mentioned it before. I wanted to bring her into the highlights. Kefla is here. So we're saying to Kefla. So she is a damage character. You can see that her difficulty is a little above medium, so maybe like 60%. Her mobility is high and her range is high, but her resistance is fairly low. Her burst damage is low. Her sustained damage is at, and her support is at none. So she is an aggro player. Let's go take a look at her. So, her passive is a hard knuckle fight. Shortens the cooldown time of vanishing step when an attack lands. Increases the damage dealt by skills after vanishing step is used. So she seems, based off that passive alone, she wants to vanishing step a lot and control her positioning. Being able to cool down that vanishing step is really nice, and I feel like we're gonna see a lot of vanishing step combos in her divine combo cards. For example, getting that second vanishing step option as the level 3. I think level 2 there's an attack buff when you use vanishing step. That's gonna combo in very well. Her rush attack is an energy blast that can target multiple opponents, but the main opponent you're going to be hitting is going to be dealing more damage. So I think that's very interesting. Being able to hit 2 people at once is very nice, because I know there's been a lot of times where I'm attacking one person but there's another one in my range. and I'm not able to get the full kill on them. So I think this is going to be a really good skill for finishing off opponents. Skill 1 is Blaster Ball. Fires a barrage of energy blast that causes an explosion at the set position. You can move, adjust the targeted position, and use the Vanishing Step. So we see no buffs when using Vanishing Step like that, but it allows you for a bit more defensive maneuver. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a strong skill to do a lot of damage. And if she's going to be able to get that off a lot, I can see that doing a lot of shredding. Gigantic Breaker. Fire an energy blast in a set direction. The range and the speed of the blast increases the more the attack is charged. She can move, redirect, and use Vanishing Step while charging, which is really nice. Being able to Vanishing Step while charging is very, very nice. Can be activated without charging and at maximum range while a hard-knuckled fight is active. That is the ability. So it looks like if you use Vanishing Step, you can maybe get some combat, you're going to be able to do this without charging. And then finally, Full Voltage, an attack that releases energy all around her. Applies movement speed boost to self after the attack. Increases the damage dealt to all targets during a rush attack. It applies movement speed boost to self. The more enemies hit, the greater the effect of the movement speed boost and the longer duration of skill. So this seems to be a self buff to allow you to finish off opponents. You can see that the damage going on is pretty substantial. I feel that's pretty solid. I can't be upset with her. I think her skills are very straightforward. A lot of range, a lot of repositioning, but as you can see, her resistance is very low, so she's going to be able to get burnt out very fast. I think someone like maybe like an 18 or a hit's going to be able to get the sneak on her. She might be playing a lot more like an 18 or a hit as well. Maybe someone like Broly, who's got a lot of high damage, is going to be able to output her while following up with range. Her super attack is a gigantic Wind Blast. Fires 2 energy attacks in a set direction. You can move, redirect, and use Vanishing Step while attacking. That's pretty good. And finally, Super Saiyan 2 is her transformation at level 7. So it's good that they didn't follow up with another Vegito kind of thing where it's whenever you want. I think having that as a rarity rather than a commonality is nice. Your base HP is going to go up and your attack is just going to go up. So again, you're not going to get as much defense going on or support. Her goal is to kill. Yeah, I haven't played against her yet. I haven't seen her in use, but I think that she's definitely going to be a good assist in following up. I think that if you have someone who can get in and deal solid burst strike damage, such as Trunks, I think Trunks can definitely work well in combo with her. I think she's definitely going to want to go more top half and eat up the squishier health of your techs. I would maybe pair her up, maybe like a 17 or a Boo would be good for her because she is going to seem very frail. And so I would probably say she needs a little bit of extra health support that could be offered by Boo in 17. I think Gohan can offer a bonus to defense, which doesn't make it a bad option either. If you want to play a lot more aggressively, Gotenks allows for a lot of debuffs, which can definitely assist. And Boo can allow for some debuffs as well for skill 1. So I think all in all, Boo would be a good pair with Kefla. If you plan on going bottom path, I think being able to control the opponent's position is going to be nice. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta does that awesomely. Same thing with Bardock. You want to get in and do a lot of aggro, so I don't think Baby would be a bad option either. And being able to target the opponent's damage is instantly going to put Caulifla as a good partner with Kefla. And as much as I don't agree with the pattern, I could definitely see someone taking Kefla with another damage role, such as like a Topo or a Broly, who works as a battle tank. and allowing a, I don't know, a Boo and a Cell, someone with like high HP and healing, in order to wreck the bottom path. I think she's one of those characters that could go double DPS. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want. So that's Kefla. I'm looking forward to playing her when I get the opportunity. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the trial heroes. So, you know, new week, new trial heroes. Let's get into it. First up, we got Bojack. He just got some buffs. No, wait, he didn't get some buffs. But I think he got some buffs a little while ago. He's very simple to use. He's a lot better than at start. Skill 1, Galactic Buster does a lot of damage. Cosmic Bloom can do some good damage. Psycho Tread, he's a great killing option to end your opponents. Son Goku Mini, so that's going to be our high end for this week's trial heroes. You know, you got a lot of buffs. We just talked about Power Pole Dance. You can combo in with Sabi Bomb with the Lightning Bolt to do pretty good. His super attack's a great killing option, and he's got a lot of range. So overall, he's a pretty good, straightforward vanilla character all in all. A little higher tech for vanilla, but still vanilla. Looking at our tanks, we got Cooler. Again, I still don't vibe with him. I don't know why. I just don't get him. I need to play him some more, but I've been playing a lot of other characters as well. But as you get hate, your skills are gonna get buffed, so you are willing to take those hits in order to deal more damage. We got Baby. I've talked about Baby time and time again. He's a very recurring character. Go watch my video if you need to, but a great assist with those who are willing to play aggro and want more HP. Broly, Topo, and I guess new Kefla. Tech, we got Krillin. Krillin's a great, straightforward approach of what it means to be a tech. I'm not crazy on him, but he does like to play range and very much runaway tactics, guerrilla warfare. Get a hit in, run, let your allies get the final kills that need to be. And Boo Boo is in. Boo Boo works well as a solid support option. Strangle Gum is able to apply a huge debuff to allow for kills to finish, and his Healing Ray is able to provide a lot of good heals. His skill free Ready Go is solid for getting off some last fight kills if you need, or cornering opponents so they can't get any max bursts in. But yeah, I'm not crazy on his Candy Ray. So that's the trial hero changes. A couple more things. This week's weekly missions, you know, you have 2 and 4 battle pass missions, but we also have obtained a total of 30,000 enemy hero KO XP. So KO enemy heroes enough to get 30,000 XP. You're going to be getting 5 of the season free perma capsules. And finally, here's where I saw the update. Bojack is in. He is your free hero. So play your DPS 10 times. You should be able to get a free copy of Bojack. If you already have Bojack, it's 5,000 memories, which is always good because, you know, getting those upgrades. I'm at 150 something in my, I want to say like 155, 154 on my hero unlock, my star path system. And I think it's been a lot better. They've been giving out a lot more memories, a lot more coins, and getting these free heroes is a great way of getting upgrades. But it gets to be a slog at times, you know. It can be hard to grind up that many memories, and you gotta wait until you get those coins. So it takes a bit, you know. I'm not gonna be able to unlock Vegito or Bardock or Kefla anytime soon because I need those upgrades. I need to get everyone to essentially level 6. But getting 5,000 free copies of Bojack definitely helps. But that's gonna do it for all. If there's anything you want me to do or say about Gekishin Squadra, please feel free to let me know. As always, I've been loving the game. I've been having a great time with it. I want to try and get another character video soon. But that's gonna do it for me. As always, my friends, you have a beautiful day and stay sloppy. Bye.